Good morning. How you guys doing? It's your girl Maya G, and that's Maya G the Goat on YouTube. And today I want to talk about this quote that you might have seen or might even heard. Man rejection is God's protection. Humans rejecting you is God's protection. But before I go into that, the purpose of this channel is to help you elevate your mind, elevate your spiritual, and elevate your physical being, because we all embody mind, spiritual, and physical. And the reason I wanted to discuss this particular topic on men's rejection is God's protection, human beings rejecting you is God's protection, is because nobody can reject you. On a mindset, nobody can reject you without your permission. So in other words, can nobody tell you that you're not good enough unless you've accepted that, you've taken that in. Now, how do we actually protect ourselves from how other people see us? It is your way of thinking of yourself that's actually going to accept or reject how another person feels about you. So it is very important that we protect our mindset so that when somebody says something, we can observe it, but we're not taking it in. We're not taking it in because if we've declared that we're up here and somebody's trying to bring us down here, they can't have that kind of power. So that's why I have a real conflict with accepting that particular saying. Another person's rejection is God's protection is not true. If somebody rejects you and you take that in, that is you rejecting yourself. Can't nobody reject you but you. Can't nobody reject you without your permission. And that is facts. Once you have your mind made up of who you are and what you are about, and you continue to build on that, people can talk, people can reject. They could think they're rejecting you, but they can't reject you because the only person that can reject you is you. You want to callous your mind to be so strong that nothing that nobody else says without your permission can actually invade your spirit. That's on the mindset. On the spiritual aspect, I truly believe that people that come into our lives, whether they are rejecting us or delaying us or not loving us properly, they are here to teach us a lesson. And the lesson is not like throwing you over the knee like your parents used to do to spank you. Not at all. The lesson is more like you've asked for something. So nature, God, the divine, Allah, whatever you believe in, is going to test you to see if you deserve or are you ready for what you're asking for. And if you're not ready or not deserving, you need to learn before you can graduate and go to the next level of what you're asking for. Now, I know it might sound a little crazy, but pay attention. How many times have you dated the same type of person? And at what point did you sit down and have a conversation with yourself and try to figure out what the lesson was? Think about it. And once you figured out what that lesson was, what did you do to fix it? Or did you stay the same way and kept trying to find a new person without becoming a new person yourself? See, it is impossible to go to the next level of relationship, of jobs, or friendship, or financial abundance if you have not changed anything about yourself. Now, I know a lot of people say, well, that's the way I've done it. That's the way I'm always going to do it. And that's the way it is. Perfect. If your belief system won't change, life will continue rejecting you through humans, through relationship, through jobs, until you level up. And when you level up, then those rejections are going to disappear. So that is one of the reasons why I don't believe that rejection is God's protection, because I believe that when we ask for more, more is required of us. And the only way for us to get more is to level up, is for us to go to the next level. And you cannot be awarded anything if you're playing at the same level that you've been playing at for decades, for tens of decades, 20, 30, 40, 50 years. It doesn't matter how old you are. If you're not changing your belief system about yourself, if you're not changing the way you see the world, if you're not changing on what the opportunities or possibilities are for you, no business, no relationship, no nothing will ever work, because the only way for you to level up is to level up here, level up in your heart, and level up in the amount of execution that you are doing. So on a spiritual aspect, the only person that can reject you is you, nobody else. And if you find yourself in challenging situation and repeated situation over and over and over again, it is God, your divine, your creator, that's trying to bring you attention into something that you need to change. And once you change that thing, boom, like magic, you go to the next level. Now, on a physical aspect, as human beings, practice makes perfect. If you find yourself getting rejected, whether it's in relationship, friendship, you went for a job opportunity, it didn't come through. You went for a career move, it didn't work out. Anything you're trying to do, it's not working. You need to change your course of action. It's really that simple. If something is not working, be cautious of the word that you say, because the word that you say will manifest themselves. Whether you believe it or not, it does not matter. These are the laws of the land. Whatever you say out of your mouth must manifest. So how do we correct ourselves in the physical aspects? Because we are physical beings. We are spiritual beings living our consciousness through a physical body. So how do we work through the physical as well, so that everything can work together, the mind, the spirit, and the body? When you find yourself in a situation where you are getting rejected, whether it's by a relationship, a job, whatever it is, one big thing that I tell everybody is take a pause, write down what the rejection is about. If you have enough information about the rejection, like something like a relationship didn't work, rejection, I don't want to be in this relationship with you anymore. Okay, fine, I understand that. Can you give me 3 reasons on what I can do to become better? And let me tell you something. As those truths are coming out, take it in with grace. Don't argue, don't fight, because you're asking for feedback. And sometimes when we ask for feedback, they're not going to be so pretty. Write it down. And then have a conversation with yourself. If you got rejected for a job, may I ask, 3 reasons on what I could do better for the next job or next job interview, or what can I correct on my resume? What is it about my interview that I could have improved to have a different impression? Write that stuff down. Relationship, jobs, business opportunities, whatever it is. Somebody tells you they don't want to be your friend anymore. They said, okay, I understand your position. Can you give me 3 reasons on why you don't want us to be friends anymore? What is it that I've done? And when you get those reasons on a physical aspect, you're going to write them down. You're going to write them down. You're going to sit down with yourself and review them. And now remember, it's very important when you're doing these type of exercises that you are truly honest with yourself. Put your ego to sleep. Tell your ego to take a back seat. Because if you don't do that, you're not going to grow. You're not going to grow up, and rejection is going to be part of your life. And truly, we're all amazing creatures, amazing humans, amazing divine beings. And once we start telling ourselves the truth and willing to sit down and have that inner conversation with ourselves, we reveal to ourselves a lot of amazing things. I'm not saying that therapy doesn't help. I'm not saying that a lot of other exercises don't help. But once you're able to tell yourself the truth, for some reason, and I know this personally, for some reason, once you start telling yourself the truth about any situation, anything, relationship, business, jobs, whatever, your health. Once you start telling yourself the truth about your situation, help is on its way. Whether it's a conversation with somebody you know, whether it's a stranger in the streets, whatever, whether it's a book that appears out of nowhere that you need to read, whether it's a video that pops up in your feed. Listen, once you start telling yourself the truth on a physical aspect, all of a sudden you become a magnet for change. So lastly, I repeat, I don't believe that men's rejection is God's protection, because nobody, I repeat, nobody can reject you but you. I hope you got the value out of this message. Please be sure to share your comments and feedback below. Be sure to share this message with everybody you know. It's your girl, Maya G. It's always my pleasure to serve you. Until next time, guys, remember, I love you.